What's up? Thanks for joining me on my live stream here in my humble little bedroom studio here. And so today I'm going to be working or starting on a new painting, which is what we have here. Blank, nice white canvas, 30 by 36 inches. And so today I'm just going to be putting down like the very first layers. As you can see, it's completely white right now. So no promise of finishing the painting by any means, but you'll get to see the very beginnings of the painting and kind of see what kind of decisions I'll make from there. Don't have a strong plan with what I'm going to do with it. I have been thinking a little bit more about, I've been thinking a little bit more about playing, and instead of coming in with such a clear idea as to what I want, I'm thinking about more playing, and then kind of bringing in the thought or an idea based on what I've already created through play. So that's kind of what my method I'm going to go with on this painting and kind of see what happens. Also, as you can see, I've already started a painting here, and it's at a pretty good place right now. It's at a kind of sensitive place, I would say. I'm not sure how far I want to take it. So, in order to not overwork it, I stretched a brand new canvas to work alongside with it. That way, I'm not just focusing all my energy onto this one and maybe overdoing it. That's just how I like to work. I like to have a few things going on at the same time. It helps me kind of disperse my energy out and make sure that I don't put everything into one painting, because why not spread it out through several pieces of art? And I think that helps with the idea and the feeling and gets the energy a little bit more dispersed, and I think they turn out to be stronger pieces of art. So yeah, you can stick around and watch me do some painting here. I am doing a 1 month subscription goal to try and get up to 100 subscribers here on my YouTube channel. So if you could click right below there and hit that subscribe button, that would be awesome. And you can stay updated with all my videos. I'm going to be doing some deep dives on some art that I've already made. Process videos, kind of like what we're doing here today. I hope to be doing some more live streaming too, so you can stay on top of that. And if you like this live stream, let me know in the comments any feedback, and make sure you hit that like button. So I don't do live streams really, so I feel a little awkward at this, but here we go anyway. So let's get started on some painting. I do want to mention that due to the configuration of my studio, and it is a rental place, so I do have all this stuff laid down on the floor to kind of prevent any staining of the carpet. I have to play it very safe in this place, which is not really normal for me. I did have a larger studio before, and I could just do whatever the hell I wanted, so a little bit more restraint in this situation, but I'm making it work. So I do have the canvas just like sitting on the ground right now, and I do have a tendency to work on the ground quite a bit here, but today I think I'm just going to leave it upright against this table here and just kind of jam on it that way, and I have my little painting cart over here with my supplies. So, and let's go. This is my awesome painting trays. I I keep them stacked up because I can put paint in here and then it keeps it wet, as you can see here. Super professional. I haven't been painting as much recently, so I've been focusing on kind of creating some surfaces to work on, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little anxious right now. There's always a little bit of anxiousness that happens with painting, or right before painting for me, and so we're just gonna work through it and just kind of stick to the play idea, and just let it kind of do its thing and kind of see how I'm feeling right away. So I'm being a little bit drawn to this like sky blue color, which is a brand new tube of paint. Crack that open. So we're just going to go with some really loose strokes and just start putting paint down. This is not about some well-planned underpainting or even thinking about composition at this point. It's literally just going to be putting paint down. And I'm going to spray it with a little bit of water. I'm using acrylic paint, so it's all water-based. And just putting a little water down so that way the paint moves around a little bit easier. This blue is very, I guess it's like a light sky blue. It's got a very refreshing feel for me. This is probably the most fun part of painting, is just kind of getting the free, this is total freedom here. Painting's not really commanding any strong attention right now or telling me which direction it wants to go, whereas this one is definitely commanding. It's got an image in there. Of course I could always repaint it, but I'm pretty happy with where it's at, and I want to, at this point, it's, you know, with this guy, I really want to honor its existence right now and not put too much of my own stuff in it, which could be like, you know, sometimes the insecurity gets in the way and that can kind of hurt your painting. So mic up here, see if we can get a little bit more painting ASMR here. So, got a little bit of that down. This is a little bit lighter version of that. Really drawn to blues lately. Am I entering my blue period? Maybe, I don't know. Was Picasso conscious of his blue period, or was he just going with things and it ended up being the blue period? I don't know. Maybe he said something about that, I don't know. Hair in the gesso. For me, that's inevitable. I don't care too much about it. It just becomes part of the story of the painting. How's that looking? All right. Where do we want to go from here? Like this purple. Violet. Ultramarine violet. And go with a smaller brush. Get some smaller strokes on here. Mix a little matte medium in there. So, again, don't really have a plan today. I'm just playing. Just doing stuff like this, you know. Sometimes you can do this and then, sometimes I do this and like a form will just start popping out. You know, I'm a little torn, like do I continue with this and just do kind of a different version of it, which is, there's a good chance that's going to happen, but today I don't know. I'm just playing with some color. Seeing what I can get down. Not too precious about the paintings. I'll scrape and rub. And do all kinds of things just to get what I want to get from it. So. I have been thinking a little bit about like a grid composition. Maybe like a grid composition of the heads, so it'd be like kind kind of like the heads of the dog. Have that repeat throughout the composition. So just going very quickly right now, not getting stuck on any one thing, keeping things very fluid. Alright, so I've already kind of started doing this, and now I can already feel myself wanting to kind of go in that direction, just because it's the first thing I stumbled on. But I think I want to play longer, and so it's like two sides, side by side. I don't know if they're fighting with each other, but one is definitely trying to be louder than the other sometimes, and for the sake of security, sometimes that thinking brain wants to come in right away because I'm feeling like, what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. That's okay. Maybe it's okay to just not know what you're doing sometimes. And if there's any time to do that, would be in making a painting, because seems like, most other parts of your life, you got to know what you're doing. So this is the time to not have to worry about that. It's kind of weird, weird color combo there. Went from very cool to then this earthy orange. Kind of feeling, let's see, get a little bit more of a lighter thing happening. Get a little more globby. Yeah, there we go. painting wet on wet is definitely my favorite. Harder to achieve in acrylic painting, but that's when it can happen. I enjoy it. Usually use a lot of paint. You really, at this stage, get to feel this kind of like, am I making decisions? Or what's guiding me right now? So it's very quick using my eye just to kind of see what's already on here. And there's very little time because right now I'm focusing on talking, so there's even less time to even consider what the move is that I'm making. And I like that. That's trying to achieve that a little bit, or have that be a part of the process a little bit more than what I have been up to recently. Yeah. Back to kind of a cooler tone vibe here. Switch up the brush now. So I gotta mention, I'll probably talk about this a lot, but this is like my favorite brush. I don't know why. I've had it forever. It's about to die, but it's been through a lot. And I like to use used things. I like the history behind it. You know, it's all torn up, but I don't have to worry about it because it's already been used so much. I get nervous around really new things, so. Coming through. I've been doing a lot of drawing lately, so painting feels so intense, like very visceral when you're painting at this scale. And for me, I'm much, I guess, a little heavy-handed, but more expressive. So the difference between painting and drawing, that gap is a little bit larger for me. And sometimes it's can be a little bit disorienting because I have an expectation that things are going to go a certain way if I've been drawing a lot, because I'm expecting the methods and the process to be similar to drawing, but my brain's got to kind of shift into painting, and there's going to be different results, so I need to be prepared for that. I do like that orange with the violet as it kind of smeared in with each other. That's a nice tone. I guess it's kind of a little bit of a sunset feel to it. So I'm still just playing and not settling down on any specific ideas. Orange was unexpected. Let's see what we can do with the orange and the violet. In fact, let's use this guy and load this up. A little light over it too. This thing loaded up, see what kind of happens here. Should we go up or down? Where are we at with things? My instinct is just to go across. I think we'll do interesting, a little muddy, but maybe we can add a little white. It's kind of cool. And I like to just do it like that. something down. Sometimes it's good at this point, you know, we can flip it around. And let's see what it looks like. I'm going to keep, my final destination would be portrait. So I'm just going to kind of flipping it up and down, upside down, rather than flipping it horizontal, which that could be really interesting though. And, you know, maybe I shouldn't box myself in so much on that, but for right now, that's just what I'm feeling. So, you know, kind of like sketch. A lot of my subject matter right now is about, well, I'm using my dog as subject matter and using him as sort of maybe a protagonist, but definitely like a source to express lots of different things. I don't want to overanalyze it too much. He's a Chihuahua. He's actually here right now, sleeping in his little bed. I thought maybe he would pop up here, but I guess not. Not today. Another time. Another time we'll meet the chief. That's his name. I've also been looking, saw a retrospective of Giorgio de Chirico, Italian painter, sort of around the time of Surrealism, Cubism, modern artist. A couple of his paintings had these silhouettes, and I've been thinking about how to use silhouettes a little bit more. And what I like about the silhouettes is, you know, especially if it's like a human form, you can recognize it as a human, but it still contains this unknown mystery that, you know, kind of keeps you guessing as to who it is, and it's not trying to tell you anything, it's just suggesting and gives a little bit more to kind of engage with, to project into, for the viewer to project into. Take a step back here, take a look at what we got. Interesting. Didn't expect all of this here, so that's good. So I'm starting to think a little bit now about, like, I don't know, do I want to continue with this, or do I want to it's probably going to change quite a bit, to be honest, so I'll just get a little bit more of this in. Let's see, this was kind of, see what happens with this color. I recommend coming back. You know, I recommend hitting that subscribe button, and you can check out the progress of this painting. I'll be doing another live stream of me working on this, so you can kind of see where I started and where I'm heading. Maybe this one's gonna be a little more of an open composition, where a little bit more like a psychological space rather than a landscape and just a portrait. I don't know. It's not something that I normally work with, and I don't really know how to approach it too much, but or maybe I just don't let myself do it for some reason. A little bit. Maybe it'll just kind of be a lot of shapes of dog head silhouettes, and then we'll kind of see if that's enough. If that'll feel like enough, or we'll go in and add some other information. I like how abstract it is right now. Okay. All right. Nice. So that's where we're at for today. For those of you who joined me on the live stream, thank you so much for joining. For those who are watching on the replay, thanks for watching it all the way through. And I do hope that you can subscribe. I do have the 1 month goal here set up to try and get 100 subscribers on my channel. And I will be back probably with another live stream to kind of show any updates that I've made on it, and we'll do a working session on it. And stay tuned for more videos on process, work, and everything else in the ECM Vision world. So, all right. Thank you so much. Bye.